pouch. And some food.
Ah, music to my ears.
Let's talk to him. The young farmhand stops what he's doing and looks up at you. Was there something you wanted? You are Tronia, right? Your master said you can show me around the village. No way, unless... Did he really? Yes, I agreed to help him with some of his local troubles. That explains it. Picks up. God be damned, Aaron. Thanks to God. Farming is hard work, so I won't say no to stretching my shanks for a bit. He also mentioned that you got up to some mischiefs in Swordhaven. Care to tell me about it? Success. Me and my mates from the local farmland were out and about near Swordhaven. Had a whole afternoon to kill, so we went for a couple pints at the tavern. That's when some towny roughnecks decided to try and giving us a bit of hazing. Called us goat fondlers, inbred yokes, yada yada yada. Word for word, a fight broke out. Shite. If that was you being harassed, what would you do? Why, I will bash the scoundrels. That's the only problem. Exactly. So burst the biggest goon's fat lip wide open, smacks his fist into the in an open palm. And just like that, it turned into a huge brawl, fist flying, the innkeeper watching everyone inside with his broom. A pig even got involved in the skirmish side, but the only fella the guys managed to grab and lock up in the barn was, you guessed it, me. Why just you? Had a few too many ales before the whole debacle started. The rest of the fellas evaporated right when the guards burst in, but I was too busy yelling threats and smashing things to pay them any heed. Did you manage to escape? Nah, I couldn't even walk probably. Good gracious, that's unlucky. You're telling me they wanted to put me in the stocks, and you know what could happen when you're forced to kneel there for days and worse nights, face down, ass up. I mean, don't know personally, but I've heard stories. Thankfully, the village elder bailed me out the next day. God bless that man. He was making a delivery to the Swordhaven fish market when he heard about my troubles and came rushing to help. Now my only wish is to repay his kindness. Not you owe him your freedom, perhaps even your life. I do, Shakespeare said. What's the whole story? You still wanna go? Yes, let's go. Let's do it. So now we have a third guy, an axe guy. Perhaps we should give him some armor. Poor? Poor. Whatever. Let's see if we can buy him some armor. Or a shield at the forge. What else do he have as skills? Not really. But he's strong. That's something. Have you seen anything strange around the village? Sure I have. Those barbarian scallywags camped in the far side of the river, for example. Show me where's. Let's see if we can buy some balls for the... Don't have that much money. Let's see, that will be 172 and we have 95. We can sell a spear and we can sell a 200. And we still need some more. Let's try this.
Sounds fun.
We could sell that one too.
Yes, your drum?
Stick, a knife. That one.
Let's go. You called?
Let's try to speak to people about the barbarians. Seen anything suspicious in the village lately? Nope. Blushes. No, I haven't. Are you sure? To my conscience, no. Alright.
Ah, music to my ears.
Can I ask you a few questions? I talked to the widow's daughter. This guy started swingling. He said, "You spoke to Agnes?" Let's try this one. Um, the lass is head over heels for your success. That's a pair of red flowers suddenly blossomed in the last cheeks. He actually trusts you. Well done. You sure about that? Lives up. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Now I need only get up the courage to approach her. This might take a while, but I will do it one day. Just you wait.
Whatever you wish. Sounds fun. Speak your mind. This thing's impossible. Mot invird. Mot invird.
I want to ask if any of the villagers have been acting weird lately. Strange, huh? Ponders for a solid 3 minutes. No, nothing comes to mind. Attention, there's something else the innkeeper knows but doesn't want to give up. Please, don't hold back if you have any information. Double smacks his lips and gives you a long look. I might know a thing or two, but sharing such knowledge could be dishonorable. Let's think about your honor after you tell me what you've learned. Hold your horses. I have something to ask first. This request might sound bizarre, but trust me, it's for the benefit of everyone involved. Me and an associate of mine need to attend a special meeting, but there's a catch. I need you to get this pal of mine drunk, real drunk, blackout under the table, struggle to remember his own name drunk. Then I want you to replace him. Think you can handle it? How is this to everyone's benefit? This fella's getting long in the tooth, but I kind soul that I am. Just can't bring myself to tell it to him straight. But if he gets trashed and you replace him, nobody's pride will be hurt and the meeting will go much more smoothly. It's a win-win for everyone. I think he's taking the piss. I think he's trying to cheat us. I think the guy who wants us to get drunk is the guy that did it. And we're gonna change his places with him and we're gonna get attacked. What makes you think he'll drink with me? He'll drink with Fex himself. It is if it the horned burger was buying. What do you want me to do at this meeting? Same thing my partner does, look intimidating and occasionally help my negotiations with a bloodthirsty stare here and an angry grunt there. Only you will do it much better on account of you don't looking or smelling like an old wine sack. Let's take the offer. Sounds doable. Who is the mark? Rubs his hand together. This partner of mine in older, the village lush. As for the big meeting afterwards, just come find me as soon as he hits the floor. Or better yet, I'll find you myself. Can you spot me some booze? Success. I'm sure that if you act friendly, old Adler will provide the drinks. But now that you have mentioned it, why not have a bottle? Can I just knock him out or something? Goodness no. Alder may be useless, even detrimental to our business, but I don't wish him any harm. So what sort of business do you two have? Double scratches his chin as he ponders how best to answer. Nothing much different from what I do around the bar. We peddle certain wares, he and I. The old boy wasn't always such a shambles, used to have quite the nose for commerce. There are other topics I want to discuss. Sure thing, but pay Adler a visit afterwards like we discussed. He lives near the palisades. The headman and herbalist are his neighbors. So we have a leather jacket. But we should sell some things first. See if we can buy that shield. Don't think we need that many hides. We have a lot of soap and a lot of hides. Straight.
Ah, music to my ears.
Where's his wife? Let's talk to her. We can find her.
Whatever you wish.
For some reason I can't find her. Let's try some healing. Don't have the items. It's not really clear what we need. Okay. Modern pistol. Whatever.
Sounds fun. Right. Let's go. Mot invild.
Let's try and talk to the headman again.
Whatever you wish.
About the barbarian menace. The village man shifts closer in his chair, yeah? Nothing to report. Let's talk about something else. How's the village going? A bit better now. A wee bit better now that those wolves have been vanquished, but those blasted barbarians are still giving us grief. Can you ask you something about yourself? There's not much to tell. I've worked all my life, and God's willing, I may work until the dragons call my soul to the heavens above. What can you tell me about the village? A Clamrish is a wholesome, dinky wick. What you be wanting to know? How was it founded? Donor the Elder clears his throat and begins to speak from road. You get the feeling this is a story passed down from generation to generation. And so it was 100 years ago that the Emperor Kanan issued a decree promising all freemen a piece of land in then newly conquered Nova Draconia, if they are willing to brave the road there. Amongst these lion-headed men and women were the ancestors who sailed across the Villinia Strait and into the stormy sea past the East Slurum archipelago, onwards to the Gulf of Swordhaven. And after landing, weary from battles and hardships, they founded this village Clamridge and settled here seeking peace and prosperity for themselves and their kin. In the early day, the local tribes troubled our forefathers not at all. In fact, they were even willing to trade, but as more and more people crossed the sea, the heathens' tolerance for outsiders shrank. Provided by cattle raids and ambushes, the freemen of Nova Draconia under the High Witherlot teamed up with the Order of Swords Brethren and put those barbarians right back in their place. Look at you, 100 years later, and here we are. What can you tell me about the locals? You better ask them yourself. What do you do for fun here? Oh, plenty. Singing, telling stories, counting off on his fingers, playing quick cat and guessing games, going to the temple and lighting the dragon fires, visiting the fair Lipan over fires and searching for fern photos of Hebel Eve, dressing up as ghouls and beasts before Sisit Day, boozing occasionally, plenty, I tell ya. Come to think of it, for looking is most all we do around here. Is there any work to be had? Fishing, plowing, tending to the cattle. However, if you mean something else, something of the adventuring variety, there may be some you already know, boot my assignment, but other villages might have paying work too. I think that's all.
Sounds fun. Right.
Let's talk to him. See if you know anything. Can I ask you a few questions? Nothing new.
Let's go. Mot invird.
Nothing new.
Ah, music to my ears. Whatever you wish. Sounds fun. Right.
Just seen anyone suspicious? You know, someone who doesn't belong? Well, I've seen you chatting with the gate guard, strolling around, probably talking up all the locals. Nobody in recent memory has belonged here has less than you do. But I doubt that's what you were hoping to hear. So my answer is simply nay. Okay.
Let's go. Mod invierd. Ah, music to my ears.
Have you seen anyone suspicious looking around? I've seen you. Does that does that suffice? He ain't suspicious, Mistress Usma. He's with me after all. Yes, that's the most disreputable thing about him, Voltaire. Now, was there anything else, or will you two? We are free. Scallywags, leave me to my work. Very well. Farewell.
Speak your
Can
mind.
she open that up?
Ask someone else.
No.
I'm through with it. Mod invierd. Ah, music to my ears.
Have you seen anything suspicious in the village lately, Agni? Around here? If the air suddenly stopped reeking of fish, now that will raise my suspicions like nothing else. Anything short of that I wouldn't even notice. You should try asking my father. It's his job to look out for that sort of thing. I see. Farewell now, Agni.
Whatever you wish.
But where is he? I was looking for her father.
Sounds fun.
The road is
Yeah,
calling.
me.
Because I only see one person in here.
Mod invierd. Ah, music to my ears.
How do you find time for leisure fishing? Usually I don't too much work on the farm, but when I get even a sniff of freedom, I spend it all on fishing. A car runner or runner from Swordhaven grabs their smoked eel from the road, and I earn a few extra coin. Wouldn't it be smarter to use an eel basket instead of sitting here? A smart ass, eh? It is good enough that the locals let me fish in their river. If I started using traps, I reckon they will knife me to death. and rightly so. Nevertheless, I'm sure there's better spots upstream, less crowded. At least, why not go there? Cause I like it here. Right? Besides, everybody knows that using a eel bucket is a privilege, not a right. Regards you as if you were a child. You'll get 12 lashes and a hefty fine there with hell if the high with a lot forester caught you in the act. Still, what made you choose this particular spot? The fact that it's so far from my home. That is so far from my home, the old bad legs doesn't know a thing about it. He must be talking about his wife. Attention, the man's laugh is joyless. There's a twinkle of regret in his eye. Attention, that's not the real reason, is it? Aye, you're right. I shouldn't have said that. Looks down at his feet. The real reason is the legend. What legend? There's a tale about a golden fish that can be caught somewhere around here. The thing is said to fulfill any wish you can think of. There was a golden fish in the first game as well. In Atom RPG. What would you wish for? Is thing about wait his option. I know a magic porridge pot, or maybe 7 league boots, frogs. I don't know. I think of something when I hook the wee beastie. What if you ask for a million more wishes? Hey, that's pretty slick. I'll probably try that myself once I finally get my hands on the guilt critter. I'd love to catch such a beastie. Everyone says that, which is why I want to keep my goal a secret. Alright? What's the biggest fish you have ever caught here? A magical migratory trigger-bellied horsefish. It was this long, spread his arm and legs so wide he almost tumbled into the river. Wanted to get the things stuffed, but it melted into sludge while I was hauling it back to the farm. That sounds like a fun pastime. I'd love to join in. I already gave you my blessing, matey. Staples his finger and points at you. Just know that if you catch the magic fish first, you'll have to share it with me. Not, let's get back to other matters. Lowers his voice. Anything else fish-related floating around in that noggin of yours? Not really, in fact, I'm leaving. Don't scare away the catch.
Whatever you